and I'm very pleased to be able to inform you today that since Tuesday afternoon, sheriff's investigators have arrested a total of 3 suspects for a March 30th, 2013 triple homicide which occurred on a rural residential property near Atwater. The third and final arrest occurring earlier today. All 3 men taken into custody are validated gang members. These most recent arrests bring the total of those taken into custody by sheriff's deputies this year for their involvement in 2013 gang-related homicides to 13. It is my genuine hope that these arrests will be an important first step towards bringing resolution to this case and comfort to the survivors.
March 30th, 2013, at approximately 11:08 p.m., sheriff's deputies from the Merced County Sheriff's Office were called to 9258 West Side Boulevard in the Atwater area for what was reported to be a shots fired call. Deputies responded to the scene and quickly learned that it was a party that was attended by in excess of 100 people, and there was an apparent shooting inside the party. We quickly learned that there were 3 victims in the shooting, and as a result of the shooting, Matthew Fisher, 19, Samantha Pereira, 16, and Bernadette Hernandez, 18, were murdered. An ongoing investigation by detectives from the Merced County Sheriff's Office Major Crimes Unit led detectives to numerous witnesses and critical evidence in the case. With that critical evidence and witnesses came a lot of support and information that people were willing to come forward and help us with. With this information, witnesses, and evidence, we were able to make 3 arrests in this case. With the information that was learned during the investigation, we arrested Jose Luis Botello, 19 years of age, out of Atwater, Jose Manuel Carbolito, 19 years of Atwater, and as recently as this morning, Jacob Tellis, 18, was arrested in San Jose, California. Again, witness cooperation and the fact that people were willing to come forward and assist us with this investigation was by far the most critical turning point in it. And with that, I'll answer any questions that you guys may have.
Are all 3 of these guys in the same gang?
No, 2 of the suspects are of members of the same gang, and the 3rd suspect is a member of another gang.
Does that mean there was some, these guys weren't together on that night, there were 2 groups?
Correct.
Were they targeting anybody specifically or just shooting at the crowd?
I can't say that they were targeting anyone specifically, but it would be a broad statement to say that they were just shooting into the crowd.
Which of the gang members are together and who's in the other group?
Jose Luis Botello and Jose Manuel Carbolito are members of the same gang.
Did the suspects know the victims at all?
We don't believe so.
Which group was the aggressor?
Meaning?
Which group started it? Well, these gang members.
We believe that it started out as a small party attended by high school age students, and quickly through social media and text messages being forwarded from one phone to another amongst teenagers and young adults, the party quickly grew out of control. And people started showing up from all walks of life, all different areas of the county. And with that, the result obviously is a tragic incident.
Do you know how many shooters there were then?
We're not going to release that at this time.
Have any murder weapons been recovered that you can comment?
We're not going to release that information as well.
How does it make you feel to bring closure to the family?
The detectives division as a whole feels bad for what happened to the victims, and it's very pleasurable to be able to give them some sort of comfort. I don't want to say closure, because something like this, there's never really any closure for them, but to help them along in the grieving process, it feels pretty good for the detectives division to be able to do something like that.
Was this case hard to solve? Can you tell us, obviously it's about a year later.
The difficulties in this case were the cooperation of what's been described to us as in excess of 100 partygoers. The case got to a point where people were willing to come forward and assist us and cooperate with the investigation and provide us with detailed accounts of what they saw and who they saw, and that's a big part of this case. There is other things that are working inside the investigation, but that was big in this case, is the cooperation from the public. It's imperative to have that cooperation and that assistance from people that are witnesses to crimes like this to assist us in bringing some kind of resolution. And with that, I'll add, there are other people out there that have more information about this party. There were other people there, and we invite them to come forward and contact us at any time to provide information or give us a statement as to what they saw.
Are the suspects cooperating, and did they know they were wanted?
We're not going to release that at this time.
Was there a specific incident that happened at the party that sort of sparked the violence?
We're not. The investigation is ongoing, and to protect the integrity of it, we're not going to release certain details about the actual incident.
Are they all three of these guys have been charged with the same crimes?
Correct. They'll all be charged with murder, and there'll be the enhancement for participation in a criminal street gang.
I would just like to thank the Merced County Sheriff's Department, the Merced Police Department, the mayor, the district attorney, the detectives that have been working countless hours on this for my family. I couldn't ask for any better results at any better time than this day today. My daughter turned 18 on Monday, and this has just been a blessing to myself and the family, and I just want to say I'm so grateful to all the hard work and the diligence in this case to finally bringing these people in so they can get the punishment that they deserve. 3 young people were killed that night, and hopefully this will bring a little bit of closure, but we will never forget, ever forget. Thank you.
Can you talk a little bit about your daughter?
My daughter, Samantha.
Who she was and what kind of person she was?
Samantha Christine Pereira was a charismatic, full of energy, go-getting young lady. Loved her little brother, loved her sister. She loved just hanging out and just being a teenager. When she was taken from me, it just hardens my heart to know that there's people out there who take such a precious person away from so many people who loved her and adored her so much. She would have graduated high school this year. She just had her birthday. We don't get to share those things with her anymore because of heartless people who think that guns are just the thing to do nowadays.
Sergeant Hale indicated that the detectives believe there are more people out there that have information about this. Would you like to say anything directly to the people that have information about this case?
If you have information, come forward, please. You don't have to leave a name. Just call them. Say, hey, I got a little bit of information for you. You know, you might be able to use it. You know, just leave them a phone number. No name, just a phone number. So if they need to contact you again, they can. Don't be scared. If we keep running around being scared, these gangs are just going to take over and just take everybody away from us. You know, I'm a mother. My daughter was 16 years old. I'm never going to see her again because of these people. And, you know, I've learned to forgive, but I'm never going to forget it. It's something that you will relive for the rest of my life. You know, her family's not going to get to enjoy her anymore. Her bright smile when she walked in a room and crack a joke with somebody. You know, or getting those little extra messages on your birthday at midnight. Hey mom, happy birthday, you know, I love you, wake me up in the morning for school. You know, I don't get to have that anymore. And it's not fair. But I know justice is going to be served. These gentlemen are working their hearts out for me and the other families, and I couldn't ask for anything more.
Are you in contact with the other?
No, I am not.
So when you heard the news, that little, I don't want to say joy, but when you heard they
progresses, I'm sure, you know, it'll start sinking in a little bit more.